This gift is truly priceless to the Southern Museum. May I ask Ms. Linda Wagner Darnall to come to the front, please. Mr. Mayor, if you would kindly proceed reading that.
John Moorhead Scott was born on January 1st, 1839 in Stark County, Ohio. He enlisted as a private in Company F, 21st Ohio Infantry Regiment on September 6th, 1861, and mustered as Sergeant Company F, 21st Ohio Infantry Regiment on September 19th, 1861. At the age of 23, Scott volunteered for the Andrews Raid on April 7th, 1862. After the failed raid, Scott was captured near Lookout Mountain, Tennessee on April 19th, 1862. Temporarily jailed in Chattanooga, Scott was moved to Knoxville, where he was court-martialed and sentenced to hang. Because of Union activity in the area, Scott, one of 12 raiders sent to Knoxville, was transferred to Atlanta, where he was one of 8 raiders hanged in June 1862. Buried temporarily at the site of his execution, his remains were removed to the National Cemetery at Chattanooga. Scott was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor on August 4th, 1866.
Well, I'm sorry for being emotional. This actually was a quest of my father, who my great-grandmother married John Scott, and he hung. She subsequently married my great-grandfather, William Glenn Wagner. And my father's quest, you know, when you have a medal like this in your family, what do you do? What do you do? And I grew up with this story as a child. I believe I saw the general in Findlay, Ohio. I'm not sure. I think I was on a train ride with it. But I remember the story in the Disney movie where we were told, even as small children, the guy going up the telegraph pole, that's John Scott. That's where the medal came from. You know, and it's an antiquity of, it's priceless. But it's hard to put a worth on it. And my dad, he was searching for that place. And I'm so glad he found you. And actually, you folks and the trailer people found us. My dad was in Chattanooga at the National Cemetery over the gravestone of John Scott with the medal in 1992, right before he died. And worked with a man who was connected to this. And then after his death, people reached back out, found my brother, and made the reconnection. And then the decision was to loan, which we thought was appropriate, because you know what? It needs to be with the people who have the history. This definitely, you guys, you do a nice job here. You do a nice job in a great museum. I've video documented as I've been here to take back to our family to show that, yeah, this was the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. And so I'm just very pleased and appreciative of you all folks and great people. Great job to the founders of the museum. And my dad would be very happy. Very happy. Thank you.
Well, thank you.